What is going on? I'm zmot. We are here on the dev build, as you can tell by the bajillion diamonds and all sorts of silliness. Now, what we're going to be doing today is doing a sneak peek. If you zoom in way down here, you'll notice we've got these weird timers next to our Zookas, and that is because this sneak peek is all about the Vampire Zooka. Now, the Vampire Zookas are not a big deal. These things are kind of weak. My first impression was like, come on. And then after thinking about it a little bit more and digging into it, I finally found a use for them. And spoiler alert, those max level players doing max level operations, you're probably not going to use these ladies. Now, first of all, let's get the beef out of the way. Supercell, the incinerators were exactly the same looking as Scorchers. Melon Bombardiers look exactly the same as Bombardiers, and Vampire Zookas look exactly the same as regular Zookas. Just give them like a pair of black pants or like a dark gray shirt or something. That's my beef here. Gonna keep the beefs out of the way, but I am like just a little bit of effort would have been nice for certain. Anyways, quickly gonna show you the stats. This is going to be a proto troop, just so you're aware. That means you have to be, I believe it's HQ 14 with Armory 13. Anyways, these are the stats. You'll notice tons and tons of health, 882 health. That is significant compared to a max level Zooka, which has 320. Now, the other significance, you'll notice that Zookas do 628 damage per second. If we go down here to these ladies, only 130. That is not a lot of damage. That is on par with that's less than Riflemen. So these ladies do not do a ton of damage. The one nice thing about them though is every single hit, they heal their entire health. So that is level 23, and obviously, with Proto Troops, you have the ability to upgrade them. So I'm going to quickly show you exactly what they look like when they're maxed. Okay, so coming into the armory here, quickly going to show you the max level Vampire Zookas. Now, I do have my Vampire Teeth in, face cam not working, trying to give you guys full max resolution of gameplay, so you're going to have to trust me on this. Max levels only do 160 damage, but you'll notice they heal 1134 health, so these ladies have a ton of health. Now, where I think these are going to be useful is for those players, if you're just learning Zookas, if you're trying to figure out Zookas, these are the perfect troop for you because they're going to heal themselves, they're going to have lots and lots of health, and you're going to be able to do all sorts of ridiculous stuff. So if we attack Hammerman, for example, over here, we can likely just walk up in the middle of these things, ignore the machine guns, ignore the rocket launchers, and just completely obliterate everything in front of us. Now you'll notice this is obviously only Hammerman HQ level 30. So those rocket launchers, although they're a decent level, they're not all that super duper strong. So if you've ever used like Rifle Zooka Medic, time to skip the medics and just send your Zookas through all of the stuff. Obviously the boom cannons are picking off some troops, but these ladies have some hefty health. They are just walking through machine guns like they don't exist. So if you've ever tried to smoke Zookas and been picked off by lasers or rocket launchers, or you hit a mine that you weren't sure about, these are the perfect troop for you because they are basically like Zookas with training wheels. They're also not bad on their own. Not certain that I would sub them in for Riflemen necessarily, but the fact they heal themselves is fairly substantial. Like every single one of these ladies has 1100 health and they're just crushing everything in front of them. And now obviously Hammerman HQ level 30 is not a great challenge for them, but the problem with the dev build, look at all those fantastic rewards, is that the competition is fairly sparse. As you look at my base here, this is not a base that is set up well. If we look at our friend's Fusion over here, let's have a look. they actually have designed a base, but that's really not much of a challenge. You know what? Let's attack Cosmic Duo just because they're a great set of dudes, and shout out to Cosmic Duo. I know the Boom Beach community does not give them as much credit as they deserve for building the Boom Beach community. I gotta say, these guys are super duper friendly. Really, really. Are they faster? I said that we're gonna give our Zookas a bit of training wheels. I just want to double check that they're not faster. Look at this, max level rocket launchers, max level machine guns, and these Zookas are just walking through the base. So that extra health making a big difference. Now, I highly recommend using Zookas with smoke because it's the strongest possible troop in the game. But if you don't want to use smoke, clearly the fact that these ladies can suck the blood out of boom cannons somehow just means that the fact they can heal themselves means you can just walk through a base. Now, this could potentially be fairly OP, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and so they look like a decent prototroop for sure. They're not going to be the Lasertrons. I don't see them being as popular as Rainmakers were or anything like that. But they should be a nice change, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in my replay log for certain, just because they do have that Zooka dressed up for Halloween sort of look to them. So down goes Cosmic Duo. Take that. Christian and Jimmy just crushing their souls. Do Vampire Zookas have souls? Looking in the mirror, obviously not going to see themselves looking back, but the dev build is fairly limited as far as what we can do. This zmot guy over here, let's have a look at his base. Sounds like a really cool guy. Yeah, see, just nothing, no challenge whatsoever. That's one of the things about the dev build. Everyone gets super hot to trot about how do you download this APK? Oh my gosh, I need to hack the game. But unlimited diamonds, but nothing to play against. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause. I'm going to do an operation attack using these ladies, and we will see if we can do a massive solo trying to get fancy. Okay, so speaking of fancy, gotta boost the statues. Obviously, we've got unlimited powder. That is the one benefit to do with the dev build, but I always struggle for powder on my main account. I am daily converting stones, building powder, so do consider, I'm trying to use a nice little segue there perhaps. If you enjoyed this sneak peek, if there's anything educational or interesting or fun, do consider throwing my code in your creator boost. Just a reminder, that works in every Supercell game. Does not have to be just Boom Beach, can be Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, Clash of Clans. I don't think Heyday supports it. If you play Heyday, do let me know if that works or not. We are going to start an operation. We might as well go way over here, and we're going to start Duplexity, see if we can't get ourselves a base that we can solo with these crazy ladies. Now, obviously, we are going to have to go for Callisto. I am not a Manticore person. I love Manticore. I'm just not that good at hitting it. So we're going to try these Vampire Zookas against a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shock Callisto. Don't see this going well. I don't think they'll be able to do 2.4 million damage, but you know what? I've already committed, so let's just see exactly what we can do. I'm curious when the shocks run out, exactly how long these Zookas are going to last. Obviously, this is Duplexity, so there's all sorts of health, all sorts of damage. Now, we are going to do a second attack. I'll do something like Dead End just to see if we can ignore rockets, for example. I mean, 1100 health is quite a bit for certain. We're going to farm all of these cells on this left-hand side. There's a grappler there, which is going to be a little bit annoying for sure. You can tell, just look how long these cells are taking to burn. They are not burning through at a regular rate, which has me definitely a little bit concerned about how this attack is going to go. We're going to throw a barrage in this general vicinity. Probably should do a reverse wrap, assuming if you've never heard of a reverse wrap, do let me know. I'm just going to clear all these mines because why not? Our Zookas are over here. Now, they're healing. I'm curious to see what the heck they're healing because those boom cannons are going to do more than enough damage to just absolutely ruin like you see, okay, they're healing, but they're not actually healing anything. Now you can tell by how fast these cells are going down. These Zookas are not the standard Zookas. So very, like I said, if you're a max level Zooka player and you know how to smoke Zookas, you're not gonna want to use these ladies because we cannot even farm GBE that quickly because these cells have quite a bit of health. And these vampires are not burning through it. And obviously you have to invite vampires in, and these cells are not having it. Just trying to get some vampire lore going. Garlic and wooden stakes through the hearts and all that. I mean, vampire movies were I was a big fan growing up. Horror movies. Have not watched a horror movie in a long time, but vampires just have such good lore around them. Now, obviously, these vampires can't turn into bats. You can't fly. You know what? That would be absolutely amazing. Supercell, if you want to redo these ladies, make them so they turn into bats underneath smoke and fly over mines. That is what I'm talking about. Anyways, avoiding the ridiculousness that I'm suggesting here and carrying on with this sneak peek, we're going to smoke down along here and we're going to watch some Zookas get grabbed by that grappler, and we're going to lose the delay with all sorts of rocket launchers as a result. And I do not recommend doing that, but I rolled duplexity and this is what we got. So this is what we're going to deal with. We have 235 GBE, thankfully. I like to do this long javelin smoky flare. And now we are going to drop brick. I swear these things are faster. Look how fast these ladies are walking. I definitely need to investigate that. Note to self, check. I dropped brick late, and I'm pretty sure my Zookas are leaving brick in the dust. So we're going to go one more smoke there, and we're going to go... I'm going to use 2 smokes. Don't need to use 2 smokes, but we're going to do it anyways. I mean, look how much faster they are than brick. So I said that these are going to be ladies with training wheels, but not necessarily the case. So 4, 5, 6 critters. That one rocket launcher is going to be very interesting. I did not get the shock out on that rocket launcher, and look at that. The ladies are coming back to life. So I was fully intentional, I'm sure to tell you, but look at this. More than one rocket launcher, they just get absolutely melted. But obviously, this is duplexity. They managed to withstand one rocket launcher without a heck of a lot of difficulty. So that was very, very interesting. Let's go check their speed because that... Oh, come on. Come on. See, dev build. Just so slow at times. So I know you guys want the dev build, but I gotta tell you, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I'm gonna pause here. We'll come back when this attack ends up, and it's gonna be like probably 5 minutes, but that's fine. Okay, we are back, and we managed to get something going on from that there villager. We're gonna start. I gotta admit, I had a bite of chips there while I was waiting. We're gonna quickly come back with one more op, and we'll see what we can pull off. Okay, so now that is done, duplexity was far too much. Those Zookas do not have enough. You know what? First, quickly, let's have a look. Their movement speed of regular Zookas are considered slow. These ladies are considered slow. I don't believe that. You guys saw that. They are faster than brick. There's been some movement speed issues as far as what's being shown to us. Obviously, the rocket choppas were shown as slow, and they were far from slow. Okay, with a little bit of digging, the rifleman walks at a pace of 220. Now, what those numbers are, I won't get into, but the Vampire Zookas walk at a pace of 240. So they're about, actually, I think they're exactly 50% faster than a regular Zooka. So not advertised. There is one little bit of info that wanted to make sure you guys got, because the range is listed as long. Same thing up here, listed as long. Same range as a Zooka, but definitely walk faster. So going to be easier to smoke in some ways because they can get hit by buildings and troops and hit mines and stuff, but going to be a little bit faster for sure. So now we are going to start. Let's just go curtain call. I feel like curtain call is a reasonable middle of the road sort of operation, middle/high. And we're going to see how these ladies do against rocket launchers. Let's have a look. Maybe low point might be a reasonable Now we're going to have 4 rockets and a laser. Maybe not quite the best answer. Let's have a look one more time. Not trying to show off skills or anything, just trying to show off the ability of the troops. So Tarsier, I don't even know how to say this one. That's no fun. I never liked that base. Let's have a look at Ribbon Cable. Ribbon Cable seems like a good sort of middle of the road. Let's do Ribbon Cable. Very curious to see just how this goes with mines and stuff like that. So we are going to go, let's see how much health is on that. We got a bunch of GBE. Let's just do this. This is not going to be pretty. Apologies in advance for this attack. Hopefully it goes off fairly reasonably well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do something like that. We're going to do a barrage and a barrage, and then hopefully that gets rid of those rockets. We're going to be a little bit hamstrung because our Zookas are not going to be super duper healthy. I would typically bring Everspark for this attack, but we're just going to go ham and see exactly how this is going to go. Now, we're going to walk over into here. I'm going to drop brick. We're going to go something like this. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to intentionally not shock on time. I'm going to be a little bit late with our shocks just to see how these ladies do as far as getting hit by a couple rockets and a couple machine guns. And I lost the delay there on purpose, and we're going to go something like that. And look at that. Late shocks. All of these ladies just absolutely crushed it. So that was very interesting to see. Now we're going to run into the cover of darkness here, and then we're going to clear all this stuff over here, and we are just clearing all of these rocket launchers, getting hit by that shock launcher on the right-hand side, and we don't care because these things have so much health. This test has worked absolutely perfectly. We're going to have problems here because we're going to get hit by probably 4 shock launchers at once. But we will see exactly how that works. Obviously, these ladies have a ton of health. So for bases like Ribbon Cable, maybe if you're just learning how to attack Ribbon Cable, for example, maybe you want to sneak in some Vampire Zookas because it can show you how to solo it. Obviously, with a little bit more GBE or with Everspark, I wouldn't have rushed over to get those shock launchers, but this has been a fantastic test. So these ladies are basically Zookas with training wheels who walk ever so slightly faster. Now, one thing to realize is that Brick, you'll notice there, is very, very low on health because she doesn't heal herself. Only the Zookas are doing that. So if Brick gets hit by another sniper tower, we're going to be in a world of pain. But I mean, Curtain Call is a fairly high-level operation, and we got hit by rocket launchers and machine guns and shock launchers, so there definitely is a place for these Vampire Zookas. It's just not going to be for, like, the elite operation attackers, unfortunately, which... speaking of elite operation attackers, if you're looking for a task force, do check the description below, because I play with a number of elite players, and you can come play with us too. And those players not only play, but they also dedicate their time to teach people in our training task forces. So this attack has been a complete and utter success. Excuse me. Dev build problems. Nonetheless, I really do think there is a place for Vampire Zookas. Clearing your map on PvP, you're going to lose fewer Zookas just because they have more health, they can hit mines, they can heal themselves. So as a map clearing troop, as a mid to low level operation troop, they're fantastic. But for those max level players looking to make their operations on Duplexity, Forlorn Hope, Massive Attack go a little bit better, probably not the right troop for you. Anyways, this has been an incredibly long sneak peek. Hopefully you got something useful out of it. If you did, do let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I shall talk to you soon. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you soon. I'm zmot. Peace!